This solo trip to Rwanda was the ultimate mix of spectacular landscapes, bottomless coffee and culture, and the unmistakable markers of a country positioning itself for the future. My journey began at OR Tambo International, and it's safe to say that Rwandese hospitality extends far beyond its borders through its national airline, Rwanda Air.
El compartiment supérieur sous le siège travaux. L'utilisation des toilettes et des appareils électroniques n'est pas permis. Merci pour votre attention.
Now, of course, service aboard the aircraft was exemplary, and I thoroughly enjoyed the meal service. And when I wasn't eating, I was deeply immersed in the reading of my book. That kept me busy on what was a relatively short 3 hour, 50-minute flight to Kigali. Upon landing in Kigali, one gets the sense that there's a special quality in the atmosphere of an adventure waiting to unfold right before your eyes. But that would all have to wait for the next day, and so I settled in for the night. Rwanda is affectionately known as the land of 1,000 hills, and it doesn't take long to figure out why. The Kigali skyline is full of soft, round, undulating hills mapped by their clean and pristine streets. Because of these hills, you always get the sense that you can see all of the city from everywhere, all the time. And that's how Kigali's convention center unsuspectingly captures your heart as a comforting and ever present reminder that you are in Kigali under the magic of its iconic skyline. Ikaze mu Rwanda. Welcome to Rwanda. Very high on my list of priorities of things to do in Kigali was to visit the Genocide Memorial, in part because Rwanda has almost become synonymous with the 1994 genocide, and that's how I first learned of this beautiful nation. In another, to honor that deep history, and in yet another, to celebrate the resilience of the spirit of the people of Rwanda. At the memorial, I identified very deeply with the Banya Rwanda value of Ubuntu, which is not too dissimilar to what we know it as at home, Ubuntu. It shows and speaks to me of the human interconnectedness of the human race and how the intrinsic value of each human life is reflected in the collective. Kigali offers a diverse gastronomy from fine dining to traditional cuisine to street food, and I was prepared to try it all. My first point of call was the Pinnacle, Kigali's ultra luxurious boutique hotel on the hilltops of Ribeiro. The tranquil and serene setting of the Pinnacle was an invitation to reflect on what had brought me to Rwanda. Many of us travel for many different reasons, but for me, this solo trip was about regaining a new sense of confidence in my dreams and aspirations, about showing myself that all the places that exist in the novels I've read exist in real life. When I think about it this way, then, this journey to Rwanda began when I read the novel A Sunday at the Pool in Kigali by Gil Quartermanche as a 17-year-old girl in a little town in South Africa. Rwanda then has always existed as a place in my imagination and in my dreams, and it just wasn't good enough for me to leave the story hanging. And so I had to be here. I had to come to Rwanda to experience the land of a thousand hills for myself. From fine dining to street food, of course, I had to try out beef bruschetta, which is an iconic street food in Rwanda, along with Irish potatoes.
Latte, I like a latte. Latte
Make some time to try out goat ribs at Sundowner. Another local favorite to try out is steak and eggs, which you can get almost anywhere. Also, be sure to try a classic breakfast. And after all that delicious food, I'm pretty sure you'll be parched, which is where Rwanda's coffee culture comes in handy. Get down to some coffee hopping from your local Java house, which you can pair with some sweet pastries. Head on over to the highly acclaimed Q Cafe and learn about how coffee empowers and impacts the lives of the women involved in the supply chain of this business. And no cafe hopping experience would truly be complete without heading over to Kivu Nuo. Enjoy the ambience and the breathtaking views of this cafe. As the day transitions into evening, you might be in the mood for something a little bit stronger. So grab friends and head on over to Billy Billy. Whilst you're there, be sure to try and locate the Kigali Convention Center. It's especially pretty under the night sky. On another night out, head on over to Boho for unlimited fun and dancing the night away. And if you're feeling flirty and adventurous, then you definitely need to head on over to Lemon on one of their compa nights. Open up those hips, ladies. Open up those hips. And one thing you'll soon come to realize in Kigali, everywhere you go offers spectacular views, and Lemon is no different.
This song is eating.
And if you're very lucky like me, somewhere along the Kigali Heights precinct, you are going to stumble across a song called Nicotine by Nilan and Cuba, who I believe are both Rwandese artists. This song very quickly became the whole soundtrack of my trip. I loved it so much, but I'm not going to play it for copyright reasons, but go listen to it on Spotify and tell me what you think. And I was feeling so energized after this, I decided to catch a moto back home.
It is 11 o'clock at night. I am dilly daddling through the streets of Kigali, Rwanda. It is safe. The reputation about it being safe, I think it's checking out. I mean, I'm not gonna push it, but why is my camera foggy? But it is. Rwanda, my gal, awuyahlala famous. Ngeli xesha umuntu usazula estrateni nentsana. Very safe. Hlala famous Kigali. Uzawuhlala famous. Ndiyoqabela imoto ngoku esisithuthuthu. Yababona abantwana abancinci. Zithi 11 ngoku. Safe ukufa. Akabandiphi ibhoda A1 ndizoqabela A1. Ndigoduke ndidiniwe ngoku. Kigali ntombi. Hayi. Uziveze amandla akho. Uziveze amandla akho. Are they coming to me? Yeah. Uyeza umfa emoto. Yes, come. Zoqabela isithuthuthu. Sane ke imoto zalapha kufuneka ufake ouch i-helmet. Can you please strap it on for me?
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, okay.
Because it was him who was there who was bring because he was a general. It was him who was bring peace here in Rwanda and stop genocide. So that's why he has chosen him to buy the pass here.
One of my favorite things about Kigali is how walk-friendly it is, with pathways everywhere. And so I walked around my neighborhood to localize myself to my surroundings. I went to my local supermarket, which was the Simba in Kisimenti, just to get a feel of the shopping experience and pick up a few snacks. Right across from the Simba was also another supermarket, Sawa City, and I also like that too. This is Kigali's car-free zone in its central business district. Here is where you get to feel how aggressively and progressively Rwanda is launching itself into the future. With numerous high-rise developments sprawling all around you, this green space allows families and friends to enjoy calm and tranquility in the city. This seems like perfect alignment with Sustainable Development Goal number 13, if you ask me. Here, you can find flea market style stalls and restaurants. I got to try agatoko, a traditional Rwandese meal, and I enjoyed it thoroughly, so be sure to do the same. The new developments in Kigali are endless, and Zaria Court is one such example. Developed as an urban lifestyle hub for sports, entertainment, and culture with top-notch facilities.
reached the final day of the diplomatic mission, and this is my parting shot at forming a favorable impression with the people of Rwanda on behalf of my people. Today we're going to Lake Kivu. We'll be able to see, I believe, right across to Goma in the DRC. And if this doesn't work, Sana, you can come and make your own peace building missions and whatever. Because mna ndiphelele ngamandla.
Oh no, they are big, but you can't see because I don't know.
I'm so glad I committed to this day trip outside of Kigali because as you drive through the countryside, you get a real sense of the scale and sheer quantity of Rwanda's thousands of hills. As we drove past towns like Ruhondo, which I'm told is home to Lake Ruhondo, and the volcanic mountain Virungu, there was a noticeable drop in the temperature. The air was crisp and sharp. My only regret is that I didn't go to the pasturelands where the famous Nyambo cattle are found.
The money they get money is where what they cultivate and they put it for starch.
But you remember you said that sometimes you can, there are people who work hard but they don't have money. No, thank you. Oh.
Yanje ni bora kabisa. Ndio maana mko na bazimu bichwani. Ndio. Meshi kabisa. Mimi niko na bazimu yetu ya kunyoroka hapa na saa yetu.
That's the border.
Salama ngo. Tunakomea chani.
From the point up to the bridge.
Ni watu wasikati mko na bioro wewe.
That's DRC?
Yeah.
Wow. It's so close.
Yeah, very close. We enter in Congo by using legs.
Sana ne nakubonye ku muhanda watambitse gutya ndavuga se ndavuga ati byavuye.
You won't go in and save it?
After saying, is it waterproof?
Yeah.
I can say.
Okay. It'll manage for a little while.
So here it is a hot on 75 degrees Celsius.
Really? Very hot most.
Yeah,
Where there?
yeah. People they come with banana, eggs, potato, put them there. In 40 minutes you eat.
Ah.
So if you want to believe it, you can come here and you touch like this. You can feel yourself touching the food.
Touch again, touch again. Is it very hot?
Yeah.
As I understood it, these hot springs are caused by Mount Nyiragongo, the neighboring volcanic mountain located in the DRC, which last erupted in 2021.
Bruh?
Brasserie area, Brasserie. You know, where we passed that industry of which produce beer and other drinks. It's called Brazil. This place called Brazil. Yeah. Where there is a mashuza. Mashuza.
No, it's fine. Maybe it's even paying for, yeah, the salaries. That was nice. People having fun.
The drive back to Kigali was filled with chitter chatter with Regis, and I couldn't help but feel a deep sense of gratitude for how generous Rwanda had been to me. Murakoze Rwanda.